Раз, два, три. NFL. Мания норм. Могу белые штанишки сделать. О. Поехали. Поехали.
With a winter chill gripping much of the nation, no such worries today here in the Sunshine State at Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville.
Нам бы хорошо сыграть. Я это не посмотрел. Что там у него? По-моему, я смотрел, а там скидок немного. Блин, забыл дальше. Нет, до хера скидов. Хорошие скиды. Когда бой спит, консерв. Начнем скоро вроде все равно. 1-3-1. Но мне кажется, это вылез.
They'll start on the ground. ETN.
And
they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Another tote for ETN. And a good run here.
So
down to the 40-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first two plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum and you see the field really well.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Hey, Ron!
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. His first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
Отлично.
And the Texans are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. These two teams had met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That good for 22.
Красиво.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
This one complete to Tunyon underneath.
Не понимаю я людей, переключающихся. Миш, будешь смотреть, я вот в такой ситуации не переключаюсь. Потерять можно больше, чем получить. Так, и мы сегодня без кучи стартеров Бойл играем. Аккуратненько, конечно. Ой-ой-ой, хорошо вошел. Это было удачно. Теперь можно сыграть акцион. В прошлой игре они у нас не работали. Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой. Мам! Не в сухую. Уже не в сухую. Ну, он перехват бросил, а я сначала. Ну, не сразу, ну. Ну, к добру, да.
Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Опять забыл дальний поставить. Надо забыть привычку съездить.
It takes us near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is. And his first
Опасный пас был в центр.
But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Ну,
his early struggles continue.
конечно, очень опасный пас.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
But they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now,
Okay.
the had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6.
Ну что, попробуем? Откроется.
Play action. Stroud now. That'll be pulled in downfield by
Открылся. Я тебе говорю, он всегда там открывается. Ну, комбинация есть. Надо просто не злоупотреблять. Потому что у меня 2 тачдауна, оба на Коллинза. Последить за самим собой и попасовать на других. Но сейчас он не так открылся.
Picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
3 тайтенда.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback. You know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week?
Не успел, что ли, прочитать, что я сдвинулся.
But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Матч.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Now Lawrence to throw.
Ай-яй-яй, бросил его, решил, что с ним там другой бежит, и не стал за ним бежать, это был бы лук. Это был бы лук. А что у тебя по статке? Сколько ты стоит? Ну, да, но эфкерка тоже много. Балансируем. Хорошо. Ну, дали. Хорошо оттуда. 13-й это Кир, а скорость это Томас, минус 7.
Terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago. One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Now a 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. A good pick up
мы поверили в
вынос
и проебались. Сейчас мы поверим еще раз в вынос.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 32-yard line. They'll try the left side with ETN.
Поверили, но не проебались.
At the 25 after a gain of 6. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game?
Кстати, очень много, как будто бы выносов
6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Блин, не попал в него. Даже не так, не то чтобы совсем не попал, не попал вообще не попал. Хорошо. 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 Давай еще раз. Там...
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the 20, here's a 2nd down and 9. Now Lawrence. And this throw complete.
Ух. Ну это мог быть вполне тачдаун. Чудом выжили. Да, даже не прет ему еще. Когда игра могла бы хоть чуть-чуть помочь.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Let's go. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that incomplete.
Вот тут хоть не перехватил. Сейчас тачдаун должен был быть. Но случайно выбил мой мяч. Зачем?
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. This will be a 37-yard attempt.
Ну, тоже не схуем.
And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Так, аутсайд. Наш любимый.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And Stroud now to throw. This one completes a Tunyon underneath. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Texans football to start quarter 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard.
On the quick, right?
Pierce will try to pick it up. And this will be a Texans 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now Stroud. To Pierce, they set up the screen. He's across midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Stroud to throw it. And that's incomplete.
Да, попробуем. Окей, надо потренировать в тренировочке.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with Pierce. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
He's going to have a Texans 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
Here's Stroud. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Но линия стоит без 2 стартеров.
32 yards. And the Texans are able to extend their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Попробуем.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10. as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Here now, 2nd and 4. Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. So nothing doing there. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This now a 3rd and 4. Here's Lawrence. That's going to be incomplete. It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Миша, у тебя ж пант.
So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch taken just inside the.
Ну, вообще это флаг.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Texans
Вообще-то это флаг.
With a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get a win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Ой.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Stroud sets up the play action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Так, давайте опять за дефенс. А что у нас там? 96-й не выставил. Типа вот так не выставить. Но это он только 4-3 будет.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
Почему ты переключаешься на дальнего, а не на того, который слотил?
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And that
Никуда я убежал. Опять можно было уркнуть. Так, выберем пока middle. Что-то прошлый пант у него не очень получился. Так получше. Дулин, наш новый ресивер Дулин.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Выглядит перспективно.
And this will be a Texans first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stroud off the play fake.
Блять, я же нажимал.
That is Joshua Hines Allen working his way in for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Но я нажимал, правда, не то, сейчас понял. Я нажимал крест, а там креста, по-моему, вообще не было. Так что, может быть, мы чудом выжили.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Stroud. Got a man. It's Collins complete. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Stroud. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Он там блицевал
So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes.
Ну, это ты зря, конечно.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Так, ну можно и пивка.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Я бы повыносил пару раз, чтобы уже
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their
не
next drive.
творится.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. On play action, Lawrence. Oh, that's the interception for Lawrence. Derek Stingley picks it. Now he's free at the 35. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Stroud looking to throw. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll take
Теперь можно вторую половину фиксировать.
Texans touchdown. Stephon Diggs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
Так. А Кольц еще
And
не
he'll take it
играли,
up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
не хочет. Не смотрелся. То есть Дениска может нас вывести в плей-офф. Привет.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derek Stingley.
Я уже не могу носить больше. Ну, он поплыл. Расстроился я на поплыл.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Мы еще сейчас начинаем.
We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter.
Чуклок сразу начинает делать.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
Давайте попробуем переносить что-нибудь. Каунтер-вау.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Mm-hmm.
Right side complete. That's Wood. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
Холдинг.
Backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. A run for Pierce out of the gun, and he is going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment to what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee. Here's Cam Akers. Good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run.
А что Пирс вышел? Я же Акерса
Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 83 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Toss left side for Pierce.
Я же поставил Акерса.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and well supported. I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. A give up the middle to Akers. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Move the chains, a gain of 7.
Ладно, надо бить филд-гол, наверное.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. This from 25 yards out. Fairbairn able to put this one through. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track.
Ну, я сейчас поэтому филд-гол пробил, чтобы случайно тачдаун не занес.
Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On second down, ETN. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll run with ETN and trying to shake free, but ETN cannot. The defense will stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd.
Ты мог бы сыграть. Но третья четверть, больше 17 можно играть, 4-й даун.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them.
Not easily done. Я просто пробую разные. Ну вот он Диггса зачем оставляет? Чтобы что?
Operating from the gun. Stroud. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be taken.
Я, наверное, включу чудо. Если что, Миша может на меня ругнуться, но какой смысл? Если Миша напишет, я сниму, конечно. Не вижу смысла. Не чуете уже. Блин, я... Не надо играть из раны, надо поставить везде эти.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9. A give running right is Akers. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 42 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries. I thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Tashawn Gibson there on the tackle. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Так.
Back now in
Где нам еще
Jacksonville.
Экерса поставить? Давайте поставим его в шотгане.
So far as we get set for the 4th quarter, a very one-sided affair.
А, во. Так. И попробуем редокшн. Давайте редокшн.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Hey, foul.
Stroud will run the option left. And holding it,
Пробовали
wrong
опtion.
decision as he stopped in the backfield. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
He'll dump this off to Akers. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there.
Да не хочу портить статистику.
Progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Here we go.
And on fourth down, they come up and take the knee. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead.
Я не хочу портить статистику.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the
Потому что забивать мы не можем.
And I know if we go to the post-game press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Что я побежал-то, не туда смотрел.
He's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That tackle behind the line made by Will Anderson.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Hey, easy, route.
Etienne once more.
Да, блядь.
Oh, look at the juke. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up.
1-3-0.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Да, дырку-то закройте.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the
3-0. 3 тайтенда, нет фулбека.
7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third
Ладно,
down.
не в этой ситуации.
Right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and 1, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10.
Runs. Сейчас, конечно, перекос значительный. А выносом
he can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Клис уже не крутит. Он реально хочет уже не рисковать, а просто доиграть.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Draw play, Etienne. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of.
С одной стороны, я его понимаю, с другой стороны, ну как-то, блин, ты перегибаешь.
And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Но, с другой стороны, если бы я летел 35, я бы тоже вряд ли думал о том, что поиграть в Ни хера себе он живет.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Так, ну первый даун.
Come up empty on 4th down.
And
this Texans defense stands tall.
Стронги у нас выходит. А тут в Стронге мало комбинаций. Ну давай попробуем какой-то такой. И вышел Пирс. Блять, я не понимаю это. И опять Пирс. Я поставил синглбэк Экерса. Еще один первый даун.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
And they take a knee.
Ладно, всем спасибо. Хотя вроде, ну кто-то заходил. Спасибо за просмотр. Игра была сделана в первой половине, пиво было открыто во второй. Ну, если Дэн выиграет следующий матч, то я вышел. Так что будем посмотреть. Всем пока.